It's not me. It's not on my profile. It's a fake profile.
It's mad, isn't it?
It's insane. It's insane. I don't understand how people fall for it though, because it's not off my profile.
When the inevitable truth will come out if you are planning on meeting them, and I'm 99.9% certain it's not going to go the way that you want it to go. Yeah.
If I post a joke and I've got a bit of cleavage, hate comments.
Really?
Hate comments all the way from men and women. Dog Rolf and one was really handsome, and you have to pick one. You'd go with the handsome one, right?
Do you think pretty privilege is real?
100%. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Like, 100%.
Oh, we're gonna fight.
Just the garden alone is 2.5 acres fully fenced off. So 2.5 acres for 2 little sausage dogs is a lot of land on itself. Hello and welcome to the Confessional Podcast 2.0. You are listening to yours truly, Rick, and of course the amazingly beautiful Kimmi K. Oh.
I do look like a butch lesbian today, though.
No, you don't. What's wrong with butch lesbians?
There's nothing wrong with butch lesbians.
Oh, right. No, let's get straight into it.
I'm not.
What's wrong with a butch lesbian?
I am not one, so I don't identify as a butch lesbian.
Apologies to all of the lesbians that like to dress a bit more masculine, by the way. That's disgusting behaviour.
I mean, I'm dressed like this, Honor, so it's just fine. It's fine. Let's move on.
How is week 2 of not vaping?
It's brilliant, actually. I feel like a new woman.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fresh as a daisy.
Fresh as a daisy! I mean, I think you're full of shit, but that's okay. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
You can, you can feel how you want. How have you been? You've been
Fake it till you make it. Yeah, I've been good. I've been really good.
Yeah, okay, good. What have I been? I'm still job hunting. Yeah, and just obviously life is back to normal, isn't it? Kids are back at school. Routine has resumed, apart from going out to work, and obviously job interviews are very mind-numbing. And you basically, do you know what I find a really interesting question is? They say, why would you like to work here? Because I want some fucking money.
Yeah, exactly. That's
like, if you want my brutal honesty, I want some money. Like, and they say, what can you bring to the table? Well, I'll do the job you want me to do.
Yeah.
That's what I can bring to the table. I will do the task that you're paying me to do.
You can't answer like that, though. You have to be...
It's so fake, isn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like job interviews are so fake. Like, why would you like to work for us? Well, I've just clicked easy apply on LinkedIn, mate. And I Googled your fucking website 30 minutes before I came here. And why do I want to work for you? Because I want you to pay me.
Yep.
That's why, so I can pay my bills and provide for my family. How about that? Like, obviously, I put in a lot more effort into my interviews, but it's such a bizarre question to ask, isn't it? Don't you think?
I can understand, like, if you're going to work for, like, say you're a doctor and they say, why do you want to be a doctor? But
I still don't. I think it's quite an arrogant question to ask.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Basically, they're asking you to big up their company. Well, I don't want to big up your company. Like,
I like it when they ask you what your weaknesses are. Like, what do you say to that?
what's my weakness?
Because if someone said to me, what's your weakness? I'm addicted to social media.
My biggest weakness is my impatience.
Impatience.
100%. Like, I'm probably the most impatient person I know. And that's why I'd rather do things myself than wait for other people to do it. Because something in my brain won't allow me to sit and be patient and let them take their time in doing whatever task that they're doing. Get the fuck out of the way, I'll do it myself.
That's like a weakness and a positive, though, isn't it? That could be a positive for a company. I think that's why they ask you the question, don't they? So they can see how your weakness can benefit them.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think a weakness is quite a big negative. Sorry, I think being impatient is quite a big negative.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
At least you're going to get the job done, though.
Hopefully. That's what they're paying me for. Well, yeah. But yeah, apart from that, yeah, life's good. Kids are good. Dog is good. Dog.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So I used to have 2 sausage dogs for anyone that didn't, and I have a Springer. And we rehomed the sausage dogs. Just because it was bearing too much. They were not being neglected. That's a terrible word to use, but they just weren't getting the attention that they deserved as dogs. So we rehomed them, and people are like, oh, are you okay? I'm fucking better than okay. Like, I'm great about it. I'm actually really happy about it. It's made life so much easier.
You said they've got a great life now as well.
They have. So they went to a lovely family where this person owns an equestrian business and they have a very, very handsome amount of land. Just the garden alone is 2.5 acres of fully fenced off. So 2.5 acres for 2 little sausage dogs is a lot of land on itself. Add in another couple of 100 acres for fields where they can and walk along and go to, obviously, go for nice long walks in the country, they're going to get all the attention and time and exercise that they deserve, just because life is very busy. So yeah, we felt it was better. And yeah, I literally couldn't be happier. So yeah, so I'm happy. I don't regret the decision at all. It's made life good. Anyway, what's on the agenda, please?
We've got a confession, and I think you've got the confession, haven't you?
I've got a confession, I do. Is there any topics that you would love to talk about before I say the topic I would love to talk about?
So I wanted to talk about the glorification of murderers.
Explain, I'm curious.
So, let's say the last year, the social media has decided to get these murderers and turn them into influencers. So the first one was Gypsy Rose. So Gypsy Rose got released. So she basically...
Justified.
Do you think?
100% justified.
Oh.
100%.
Oh, we're going to fight.
Her mum was a cunt.
Yeah, she was. However...
Wasn't that Munchausen's syndrome?
Yeah, so she wanted her to be unwell and she
No, she faked her.
Yeah, she
faked her whole life.
Faked it off her. Yeah, to get profit and stuff.
She ruined her life.
She did, but I don't think there's any excuse for murder.
Ah, you mad? Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
You're wild.
Also,
Fuck off!
What I didn't like about it is that she got somebody else to do it. That guy is still in prison. He obviously did it for love. He loved her very much.
That's wrong.
He loved her very much, and he only did that to make her life better. She's now out and has got this popularity, and she's basically famous. She's made a lot of money, and that guy is still in prison, and I don't think that's fair.
I think that situation's wrong for sure, but the justification of her mother being put to bed forever, 100% justified.
Okay.
If she had done it herself.
Okay.
Do you not?
No.
Literally from a baby until, how old was she? 19, 20?
Yeah, something like
Her
that.
whole life was fucked, and she was made to believe she was basically put in a bubble, and her mum wrapped her up in a bubble and manipulated her and so many people around them. She committed fraud. She ruined this human being's life. She fucked her. She fucked her mentally. Fucked her completely.
I think there's something really
Wrong
off.
with her mum.
I think there's
She was
something really
poorly
off
and should have
about
been
her.
put down. Correct, I agree with you.
I think there's something wrong with Gypsy Rose. Like, she's not...
Because of her mum!
Yeah, it probably is. I
I
don't think she's a nice person, though. She's got...
You reckon?
I get a vibe off her that's not
But
nice.
everything she's learned has been from her mother.
Yeah.
Who's fucked.
Yeah, 100%.
Can you blame her for the way she is now because all she's ever known and learnt from
No, I
is her
can't.
mother?
I just don't understand why somebody that killed their mother is famous.
Because the documentary blew up and was massive.
It did.
I won't lie, I very much enjoyed the documentary. I thought it was incredible.
Did you watch the reality of her after she
Yes.
came out of prison?
Yeah.
And she had that... She had
that fiancé, didn't she?
Yeah, it was a husband.
That's right, sorry.
And then she left him to go back with her ex-boyfriend, and she's now had a baby, or having a baby, with the new boyfriend.
She's unfortunately unattractive, isn't she?
Unattractive?
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that.
Would you not?
No.
I know it's a terrible thing to say.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Would you not?
No.
Well, with her eyes. There's a video online so there's a filter where it basically puts her eyes super close together, and this woman's pranking her boyfriend, and he's like looking over her shoulder and she's recording, and he like notices it on her screen. He's like, why the fuck have you got me looking like Gypsy Rose? And I literally burst out in laughter. It was hilarious.
Yeah, I just don't like how she's now famous, and like, she didn't just kill her mum, or she didn't even kill her mum. She got someone else to do it, was in the bathroom when it happened, and then after it happened, they had sex in the house. It's a bit odd. I think it's a bit of an excuse to say that she abused her, because something else could have happened. She could have alerted people. Now, I'm not victim blaming or anything, but
I feel like you are. I feel like you are. I think her mum abused her psyche so much.
it felt like the only way out.
It probably felt like the only way out. And I'm not saying I know of somebody who's had that to that extreme level, but I know of someone who's had that to a degree, and they probably thought that was the only way out. They didn't obviously act on it, but they probably thought that was the only way out. Truly. Like, could you imagine? Yeah, I can't even relate to that.
No, I can't imagine. Like, there must have been a way where she didn't think she could just leave.
Of course not.
Which
Her whole life has been made up.
Yeah.
A whole life. A whole life.
I just don't like the glorification of it. So the Mendez brothers, or the Mendez brothers, whoever they are two brothers that supposedly got sexually assaulted by their parents.
Was there proof?
I don't think there was proof. So when they went to court, the defence was saying that they killed them for their inheritance, which was millions and millions of dollars. And that's what they went
No, I'm joking. Go on.
That's what they went to prison for. So they got convicted, they went to prison. There was then a documentary on Netflix, and everyone, like, it got trending, and they put in an appeal to get released, and they have just won their appeal, so they're going to be released because of all the past stuff that they said happened. They're obviously going to come out and be quite famous, and they're also glorified as well. Now, they were in one had already left, so they were in their late 20s when it happened, when the murder happened. They said they felt fearful for their life. I can't imagine that, and I just don't understand. Like, obviously, if they've been sexually abusing them, then something should have happened to them, but I just don't think there's any excuse to murder someone.
I could kill the person that sexually assaulted me when I was a kid. I would immediately.
Would you?
Immediately. If they were put in front of me and I had some form of weapon to end their life, I assure you I would. Yeah, and I'm not saying I will, because that will never happen, because I'll never be in front of them. But I find it very difficult to hold myself back.
There was a mum as well who I seen, and I kind of agree with this one. So there was this mum, she had a daughter, she was sexually abused by this person, and then she got murdered by this person, and she went into the police station, and all the suspects were lined up, and she had to go and identify him. And she went in, they were all lined up, and then she pulled out a gun and she shot him as they were lining up, and she obviously got arrested and sent to prison. I can see why that would happen, but it's not the actual murder, it's the glorification of them. The dude that killed the United Health CEO, he shot him in broad daylight in Manhattan on the street, and then he trolled the police and stuff after. So he put Monopoly money in a bag that they found. The gun that he had was 3D printed gun.
Oh, wow.
And the bullets that he used had the slogan of the United Health on the bullets. And he's massively trending at the moment, and people are like,
why did he kill him?
Because something about the United Health had denied his claims for healthcare and his mum's claims for healthcare. So
it's quite severe, isn't it?
In the US, like, it's a really, really big problem. Like, so many people are in debt with healthcare. So many people can't get insurance, or their insurance claims get denied, and then they end up in so much debt. And he took it upon himself to go and send a message to the companies. Would you agree with that?
No, I don't agree with that one. But debt will make you do some pretty crazy things.
Yeah.
I'm not saying obviously you should go and kill somebody, but I think
it's just so I understand the murders. It's just how they are put on a pedestal.
But that's not their fault. That's social media's fault, and that's people's. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing, because I am very interested in it also. But that's people's weird fascinations with murderers and why they did it.
Yeah.
Like Gypsy Rose story, I got fully invested, and I was very much on Gypsy Rose's side. Apart from she should have done it herself, I was very much on her side. The Mendez brothers, I don't know if there wasn't evidence of them being assaulted, but then they went to prison for the murder. That's a very tricky one. I think the final one, no, obviously he shouldn't have killed the health officer. Is that right?
Yeah. Obviously the CEO is obviously a pretty shitty guy, but he still had a wife, he still had a daughter.
Yeah.
And it's them that I feel sorry for. It's not necessarily him, but it's just how insane the internet went with it. Like, he's like being portrayed as this handsome god that it's mental. I just don't understand it. Like, when Jeffrey Dahmer got arrested, he had so many fangirls sending him letters and sending him money.
Oh, him! Jeffrey Dahmer, apologies, yeah. So I was thinking of Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh God, no, he just deserved to be murdered.
Jeffrey Dahmer, yeah.
It's mad that serial killers, and they get so much attention, the wrong kind of attention. That it's mad.
But they get attention because we're all so intrigued by them.
Yeah.
And then out of that, people being intrigued, people will then find a sexual thing for them.
It's definitely like that with the dude that killed the United Health CEO.
Is he attractive?
Yeah, he's like an Italian stallion.
I haven't even looked.
Yeah, he's an Italian stallion.
Well, there you go. He's attractive. Case in point. It doesn't justify him killing them.
With it.
No, but I mean, that will be why he, what's probably helped his social media gratification.
Yeah.
Because he's attractive. Because what's terrible, this is a really good topic. We'll talk about the topic I wanted to talk about after, but this goes on to, what's it called, where basically if somebody's prettier or more attractive, that they can get away with or get more.
Oh, it's like...
What's it called?
Oh, fuck. It's something privilege, isn't it?
Pretty privilege?
Yeah, pretty
Is that
privilege.
it?
Something like that.
So, brings me on to, let's talk about this, and then in the next episode we'll talk about what I wanted to talk about. Is pretty privilege real? Well, that proves yes.
100% it is.
But then on Gypsy Rose's side, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But then she has a more condemning story where I don't think murder is just... I don't think ending somebody's life is a huge thing, and you should be punished for it 100%. Did she know she was going to get punished for it 100%? But she did it anyway. But she obviously doesn't have pretty privilege. But she has such a story behind her scenario.
Child, so it's kind of...
So people can get behind that.
Yeah.
If you're attractive, like this gent apparently is, he has pretty privilege. It's like women get pretty privilege. Yeah. But then men also get pretty privilege, don't they?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think... Do you think pretty privilege is real?
100%. Yeah. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Like, I think if you're more attractive and probably more well-spoken, you will get further in life over... If you were both given the exact same opportunity and you both did the exact same thing and said the exact same words, I think the more attractive person and well-spoken person would win.
Yeah, I don't know why though, but it's definitely a thing.
Interesting, isn't it?
It is, it's weird.
And that's why HRs are in businesses, probably.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it is weird. I don't understand why. Maybe it's like, maybe because they're attractive, the people that are dealing with them want to be liked by them, so they give them like...
preferential treatment.
Yeah.
Or maybe they want to try and have some form of relationship with them or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like, I can imagine if there was a salesman at my door, there was 2 salesmen at my door, one was dog rough and one was really handsome, and you had to pick one, you'd go with the handsome one, right? I don't know why though.
Interesting that you say that, because so I work in sales, not currently, but my background of work is sales, and if I'm being sold to, I don't care what they look like, I go for the person that's let me approach them. If somebody approaches me, regardless if I wanted to buy this glass and somebody approached me about it, I immediately wouldn't buy it from them. But then if this person, I took this glass to them and said hi, I'd buy it off them immediately.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what they look like. I hate being sold to. Hate it. Oh, there's nothing worse.
Yeah, I agree.
Get away from me, you arrogant fucking tosser. Oh, It drives me wild. But if I ask for that knowledge and that help and that want and that desire for something, then bring it on. But yeah, don't bombard me with it. I'm not interested in that.
Let's do this scenario then. So you're in a club and someone spills a drink over you.
Yeah.
They're ugly.
Oh no, that's so I'm not confrontational at all. I'm really not. So if somebody spilled a drink over me, I'm the type of person that'd say sorry to them.
Yeah, I would
Truly.
too. I can imagine.
So that's difficult.
I can imagine if someone spilled a drink over a guy and they were ugly, they'd get shouted at. If a cute girl spilled a drink over someone, it'd be more like banter, comical.
Probably,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, you are probably right. Like, but I'm the type of person, if somebody spilled a drink over me, I'd probably buy them another drink.
Yeah.
Truly. Like I really would. But yeah, I think in that scenario. No, so put it the other way around. So if a woman was dancing and a male who's ugly and a male who's very handsome spilled a drink over that female, the less attractive one. We say ugly. People are attractive and ugly to all sorts of different people, but let's say the typically less attractive person would probably have a very different reaction from the female than the handsome person would.
Yeah.
I think if they were like 6'4" and your stereotypical handsome person, it goes both ways, doesn't it?
I think there's also a thing that, like, what's the opposite of pretty privilege? Because do you know when females look nice, like really pretty females, they also get treated like shit by other females. Which
is really interesting, isn't it? Isn't that bizarre?
Yeah. They're instantly hated. So there is the side where they've got pretty privilege, but then there's also the side where people just dislike them.
Because I don't think I've ever looked at a man who's handsome and gone, I hate him. I don't think I've ever done that.
Women definitely do that. I don't know why.
Men might. I don't. I can appreciate why somebody would find a man attractive. I can look at a man and be like, he's handsome, or he has great attributes, or whatever. I've never looked at handsome. The only thing I've ever said about a really attractive man is fuck you, I'm jealous, because I think you're really handsome. But obviously I can't speak on a female's behalf, but yeah, that's shit if that does happen.
Yeah, that
really
definitely happens, but I don't know why.
Like,
it's weird,
isn't it? Like girl power, bitches stick with bitches.
I mean, I'm personally not like that. I don't give a shit. Like, if they're a nice person, they're a nice person.
What I really dislike is online. I actually do notice it online, where you'll have a woman who's attractive doing whatever she's doing. Another woman will be in the comments basically trolling them and online bullying them. That's fucking disgusting. Really,
so I can tell you, right? If I post a joke and my boobs aren't out, everyone will love it.
Yeah.
If I post a joke and I've got a bit of cleavage, hate comments.
Really?
Hate comments all the way, from men and women.
How interesting.
It's odd. I mean, I've even posted about it. I was like, I don't understand what the difference is. I'm telling the same jokes. One's just got a bit of cleavage in it. Why do you hate that?
What you should do, have you done this, where you say the exact joke, exact same one, and you post them one after another immediately? One covering up.
I've done that on TikTok before, and the video with the cleavage out got more views.
Because it got more interaction.
But more hate. And the one without the boobs was just all nice comments.
Online bullies are crazy, aren't they?
It's insane.
Like, they blow my mind.
I don't understand.
Fuck off, get a life and get in the bin, you boring cunt. Like, it's fucking weird, isn't it?
When you think about it, though, in comedy, there's no over attractive female comics. Can you think of any?
Savage. Sorry to all the female comedians out there, by the way.
I mean, like the typical bombshell, like boobs and.
No, there's not.
I can't think of any.
Nobody springs to mind who's like your typical, like you just explained. Nobody. Like nobody. There's that Catherine woman who is she American or Canadian?
Oh, I know who you mean. Yeah, she's quite pretty.
She's very attractive. I would say, just in my humble opinion, she's the most attractive, famous female comedian out there at the moment.
Yeah. There's like Joan Rivers, there's Sarah Millican.
Oh, she's fucking amazing.
She's so
the
funny.
Welsh one. Is she Welsh?
She Welsh? Don't know.
Yeah, I think she's Welsh. She's got she always wears like thick frame glasses.
Yeah, she's got an accent.
She's cool. Yeah, she's Welsh, man.
People say I look like her.
No, I think she's amazing. She is hilarious. Is she Welsh? Yeah, okay. Sorry, we just checked with the producer there.
She's got an accent. I can't quite picture what it is though, but yeah.
Yeah. She's amazing. I don't know. Let's read my confession. Read my confession.
I really need a wee now.
Oh, she needs a wee-wees. Right, so my confession goes as this. Should I tell the truth to someone I am catfishing, or just end the relationship as the catfish to not hurt that person? I feel very bad about the whole thing. My first question about that is, what leads somebody to think it's okay to catfish someone when the inevitable truth will come out if you are planning on meeting them, and I'm 99.9% certain it's not going to go the way that you want it to go?
Yeah, I don't understand why you do that. Maybe it started off as a joke and then they started liking them. I don't know, or maybe they've just lack of confidence and they didn't want to put their own picture or.
Because I've had my images used for dating profiles. Mm-hmm. So I've never had a dating profile. POF and Tinder and whatever other ones are out there. I don't know. I've never had one, but I've been sent screenshots of my images, and I'll be like, David from South Africa, general builder, family man of 3. And that blows my mind that people have used me to catfish. So imagine being the person who is the catfish, and they go, fucking God, I wish I looked like Kimmy, and they screenshot your pictures, and then bosh, they make a profile. They could say what they wanted. Like, there might be people out there who think that I've mugged them off for money.
Yeah. That's definitely a case for me. I get messages every day saying that I've messaged people and asked them to send them money for something, and it never gets sent, and I'm like, it's not me. It's not on my profile. It's a fake profile.
It's mad, isn't it?
It's insane. I don't understand how people fall for it though, because it's not off my profile. Like, how can you be so ridiculously stupid?
I'll tell you a story, but going back to this confession, I think you should just end it. If you're catfishing somebody, just end it and stop being a weird cunt.
I don't think they should just end it. I think they should explain. Because if that
and then
person...
stop being a weird cunt.
Yeah, if that person has fallen in love with that person and they just suddenly disappear, they're saying they don't want to hurt their feelings. That will hurt their feelings.
Yeah.
You need to be honest and say, I've been a prick. This is who I really am. I'm really sorry that I messed you up.
Gypsy Rose. So, yeah. I've never had the confidence issue where I haven't wanted to be me.
Yeah,
I've never had
that's
that.
good.
So I can't relate to it. So maybe it was quite harsh of me saying, don't be a weird cunt. But
no, I agree though. I don't understand.
I don't think you should do it.
If you're actively looking for a relationship, you instantly starting off on the wrong foot by pretending to be someone that you're not.
Immediately.
It's never ever going to work.
Never. Well, the whole thing started with a massive lie.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's never going to work.
And they're not falling in love with the real person. They're falling in love with something that doesn't exist.
Well, they're falling in love with fucking somebody else.
Yeah.
So I had a woman message me. She was from America. I don't remember. I won't say her name because I think she already feels very embarrassed about it. So she messaged me about a year ago and DM'd me and said, oh my God, it's you. And obviously I've never seen this woman in my life ever. And I was like, oh, hello. Like, who am I? And she was like, oh, we've been talking for 3 years. And I was like, not me either, mate. I'm so sorry. And she called me Scott. I think she called me Scott. I think it was Scott from South Africa. And she was like, yeah, we've literally been talking for 3 years. And then we haven't spoken for 3 months because you were going away on work. How are you? And I was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, look, I apologise. My name isn't Scott. I'm not South African. I was like, I live in the UK. Like, I've got a family. This isn't me. Anyway, so she, over 3 years, had sent this person like $3,500. And she's like, yeah, I've sent you money. So how's your sick son? I was like, look, man.
Oh my God, that's
and she didn't believe me. So I was like, I will call you from my Instagram because they'd never spoken on the phone. I was like, I'll call you from my Instagram right now, video you and prove to you that I'm not South African and that I live in the UK. And I called her and I kind of explained to her and I was like, look, have you ever spoken to this person on the phone? Never. Have they ever video called you? Never in 3 years. I was like, so you've never spoken nothing? And she was like, no, we've just had an online relationship for 3 years.
That could have been really bad for you.
Fucking right, couldn't it?
She'd have gone to the police.
Imagine.
How can you prove that wasn't you?
Well, my name's not Scott. And I think through IP addresses and stuff, you probably...
Yeah. That's so
yeah, it's fucking wild, right? Wild. And she's like, yeah, I've sent him, I think, $3,500 over that period of time because his son was sick. It was obviously a scandal, wasn't it?
Oh my God.
It's probably some fucking little dude in some weird office in the middle of... I won't say where because it sounds terrible, but yeah, it was probably a scammer. So yeah, how wild is that?
Please just don't send money to people that you don't know.
Just right. So anyone who has any sort of following, my advice to you is verify your account so you get a blue tick. Verify your account because you have to send in your ID and prove your identity. And then your account is verified. And then any other account is evidently fake. Unless that's also verified also by you. But can you have 2 verified accounts? I don't believe so.
I don't think so.
So unless your account is verified, it's not that person.
Most people on social media, like influencers, will not ask you for money in your DMs.
It'll never happen.
They will never
this isn't a private
message
We're
you
not messing you from a private account going, oh, could you just send me 200 quid? I'm short this month. What happened?
No.
Literally what happened. Fucking weird, right?
So bad. So bad.
Mad. Anyway, after you.
What, do you want me to finish?
Yeah, why not?
I really need a pee, so I'm quite glad.
Yeah, do it.
Thank you for listening to the Confessional Podcast. Don't forget to go and check out the website and all the exciting stuff on there.
What is the website?
theconfessionalpodcast.com.
.co.uk.
theconfessionalpodcast.co.uk. We need a jingle. Confessionalpodcast.co.uk.
We do.
There you go.
Not that one. Maybe that one. Maybe we'll go with that one. Done.
Yeah, there's loads of exciting stuff on there. You can see more of me and Mr. Rickster. But I've been Kimmi K and he's been Rick, and we will see you in the next episode.
Bye, guys.
Bye.